Hi, I'm Nichols-Everett, the Exercise Habit Coach, and welcome to this episode of Now You Know. Hello guys, and welcome to this episode of Now You Know. So today we're going to talk about the second stage of change called contemplation. Last week we talked about pre-contemplation, the first stage of change, and if you missed that video, make sure you go back to week 1 and check that out. I want to do this series on the stages of change because I see a lot of times at my gym in Chicago, D3 Boot Camp, that a lot of people start working out, they start changing their diet, and then they just quit because they're just not ready for change, and they think they are, but they're really not. And I want to explain these stages of change so that you can in the future understand where you are so that you no longer feel like a failure because you quit. I want to discuss the stages of change because I think that's very important for you to know that there is a process that you have to go through if you want to make a change in your life, a behavioral change in your life. And it's not just something you can get up and just, one day, take for instance, exercise. Just get up in the morning one day and say, I'm going to start working out. And you just go do it. There's a process to it, guys. And if you don't adhere to the process or go through the proper stages, you most likely will not succeed. And this will happen for New Year's resolutions a lot, right? You start, a New Year's resolution like going to the gym. And like the first week you go pretty strong, go 3 days a week. Then the next week maybe you go 1. Then the week after that, 0 again. It's just because you're not in the proper stage to change that behavior. You're not ready to start working out. I see it time and time again at my gym in Chicago, D3 Boot Camp. A lot of times people think that they're ready, but they're not quite ready. But when you are, you are. Okay, I want to go quickly through what the 6 stages of change are. Pre-contemplation, we talked about that last week. Contemplation, we're going to talk about that today. There is preparation, there's action, there's maintenance, and then there's termination. Now keep in mind, you can go up and down these stages. So you can be in maintenance and go back to preparation. It's possible without the appropriate coaching and accountability. Okay, so today we're talking about contemplation. So contemplation is when you have decided that you have a problem. You actually are like, okay, maybe I do have a problem. Maybe I should do something about it. Let me start thinking about what I can do about it. But you, all of a sudden, you feel stuck. You realize that you're stuck. And you're like, I'm overweight and I am not sure what to do about it. I can't walk up, a flight of stairs without being exhausted, right? You start to realize that maybe you are stuck. Maybe you need to seek out some help. And you start thinking about what you can possibly do. Now, a lot of times people can be in the contemplation stage for years. They're called chronic contemplators. That simply means that, there's a problem. Yeah, you want to fix it, but you're stuck and you don't know how to go forward. Okay, so in this series that I am presenting to you, I'm going to give you some things that you can do to get out of contemplation to move into the next stage of change, which is preparation. A lot of times contemplators will be so upset with themselves. How did you let this happen to yourself? How did you gain all this weight? Why did you stop going to the gym? You are beating yourself up for things in the past, okay? And doing that does nothing. You are stuck in contemplation. You're just thinking about the fact that you're overweight. You're stuck on the problem. But when you move into or getting close to preparation, you start to look for solutions. You get solution oriented. You start really thinking about what can be done. You know you are moving into the preparation stage, which is the third stage of change, when you start focusing on the solutions and the future. When you can leave the past and the problem behind and focus on the future and the solutions to get to that future. So you start to focus on, you know what are my possibilities? Can I kick this smoking habit? What if I did? What would that mean? Right? You start thinking to yourself, what if I did lose this weight? What are the possibilities in my future? What are my opportunities? What can I do differently that I don't quit this time? Your mindset starts to change, right? That's how you know you're getting closer to preparation, okay? So guys, again, I am sharing this information with you because I don't want you to be frustrated anymore. I don't want you to be demoralized anymore when you're trying to make a behavior change, especially when it comes to fitness and nutrition. It's hard to make those changes. So I want to make sure that you're in the right place at the right time. So at the end of this series, when I go through all 6 of them, I'm going to share with you how you're going to be able to get through each stage of change so that you can go through the stages of change and finally get your goals and get determination, which is the end stage, okay? So next week, guys, we're going to be talking about the third stage of change, which is preparation, getting ready to make a change, all right? Thanks, guys. I'll see you next week. Now you know.